Avoiding jail after a DUI arrest is probably, high on your list of goals. If you have been arrested for a DUI in Whatcom County, and this includes all of the cities, most especially the city of Bellingham, there's a very high likelihood that you were tossed in the tank after your breath or blood test. In other words, you were probably taken to jail. Now, if you're arrested in Skagit County, it is less likely that you went to jail after your arrest. Now, if you did experience jail, I can all but guarantee that you do not want to go back. And I think we can probably all agree that jail is awful. So, how can you avoid going back to jail? Well, there are many ways, honestly, that you can, in most situations, avoid possibly going back to jail or to jail. But as always, no case is the same, so talk it over with your attorney. All right, here's how you, hopefully, can avoid jail. A deferred prosecution will allow you to avoid all jail and all home detention, but it's not always the best decision, particularly on a first offense. And you have to realize there may be many burdens that outweigh the benefits. So talk this over in detail with your attorney. If you were booked into jail and served around 12 hours, you may be able to negotiate credit for time served, meaning the 12 hours you served equals the 24 hours of jail that is required. Now, admittedly, this is easier to do when the DUI is reduced to, say, reckless driving or negligent driving in the first degree, because both of these offenses do not have mandatory jail time. You can convert mandatory jail to home detention. However, if the jail is mandatory, the conversion rate is 1 day of jail equals 15 days of home detention, which is a bit stiff. If the jail is not mandatory, the conversion rate is 1-to-1. Obviously, a lot better. Bellingham has a program called Friendship Diversion Services, and this is a company with a funny name that offers home detention. It's effectively the same as the county-run home detention, but is a little more flexible. Unique to Skagit County is the 1-day offender program, which is really a great program, to be honest. You can convert up to 2 days of jail to this program. The program permits you to serve your jail in a dormitory on the Skagit County Fairgrounds. Fun? No, but far better than jail. Work crew is an 8-hour day where basically you do manual labor, such as picking up garbage in a park or along the side of a highway, mowing lawns, raking leaves in a public park, and so forth. Again, not fun, but not jail. Courts don't always love the community service option, to be honest, because, frankly, they don't have enough staff to supervise this program. However, it is still done in some courts, and of course, you should talk this over with your lawyer just to be sure your court offers such an alternative. Once again, consulting with or hiring a lawyer is probably the best way to avoid all jail, and at least know your options when it comes to converting jail time to something that is, better. And if you've been arrested or charged with DUI in either Skagit or Whatcom County, please give my law firm a call. The only thing we do in our practice is represent those accused of DUI.